In this video, you get to pick a number, an element, or a tarot card, and the subject matter is being in the moment, staying present. Let me say welcome and greetings. Thank you for tuning in and watching Medium Tarot TV channel. My name is Edward, Psychic Medium, your soul messenger host, assisting us all, including myself, to live, love, and manifest the life that our soul intended for us to live this lifetime. Let's get busy. Alright, so first, in the introduction, let me say that I'm utilizing the Wizard's Tarot. Okay, has a very Harry Potter-ish energy tone to it, which I enjoy. And this is actually inspired by the energy of the week of June 5th through the 12th. The energy that I attribute to it is going with the flow, being in the moment. Excuse me, I've discussed in past videos about being in the moment is really truly magical. That's where we create everything. It's like creative visualization. It's like empowerment. It's very, how should I say? It's very important. For those who are curious, the astrological correspondence is the planet Mercury in Sagittarius, for those who are curious. All right. This is also inspired by a question that a viewer left, thank you, in May 2018. And the question was, why do you think it is that we make our lives complicated? Because in the May 2018 videos, probably, I think it was discussed, because I'm channeling, discussed that we really make our lives complicated when it really doesn't have to be. So here we are, being in the moment, enjoying the simple pleasures. It's where all the magic happens, okay? Manifesting, creating, attracting. All right. So that's the introduction. Let's do the breakdown. So let's just do the breakdown. So the spirit, it's not really an element. Spirit. Spirit represents the universe, our spirit guides. Okay? It's the belief system that we are not alone, that there is an energy. May the force be with you. In Star Wars terms, it's an energy, it's a chi that is all around us for us to utilize. Then there is the element of fire, the spark of life, the spark of divinity within us all. Namaste. The divinity within me bows to the divinity within you. It is our spiritual essence with the belief system that we are spiritual beings, just so happen to be in a physical body this time around. And it is in essence our higher self. Okay? The element of water represents love, passion, creativity, spirituality, our subconscious energy. Okay? Which we're not always aware of. All right. The element of earth, work, job, finances, career, the sense of security within, long-range goals, and physical health. Now, I really do feel that the sense of security within is the most important out of all of those. It has to do with self-worth, self-love, self-esteem, self-confidence. Because that's the energy that we're working with within. If that energy is iffy, wobbly, or negative, that's what we end up attracting, creating, and manifesting. And then I say, for the good, the bad, the wise, and the wicked, because it's not always what we consciously want. Okay? But we don't always have conscious knowledge of this. But through doing psychic work like this, channeling, through dream work and through meditation, you can do meditation, you would be more aware, okay? And then there is the element of air, which is basically the conscious mind, okay? So, I'm always pushing meditation. When we meditate, we're really getting in sync with our subconscious mind. So our conscious mind can work with our subconscious mind. And the subconscious mind is, I'm probably being not that accurate, but I'm just going to say 80% is how much it is in control of us. Just saying. It's really at the driver's seat, the driver's wheel. All right, so let's get to it. So if you chose number 1 or Spirit, what do you need to know about being in the moment and or making your life as simple as possible or not complicated? All right. We receive the energy of the beginning stages of the element of air, which is the conscious mind. That is the what ifs. That is our mind running amok. I always make a joke. Amok, 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 which comes from that fun Halloween flick, Hocus Pocus. So that's projecting fear, worry, anxiety. Okay? This is not being in the moment. Not that I haven't been there, done that. This is actually very much about harnessing our mind by doing it anyway. Okay, so, I always say in my videos, we all have fear, worry, anxiety, but what separates the winners from the losers, even though it's very subjective, is they deal with it differently. They work through it, around it. However, they get through it. They don't let it stop them, cause a barrier. So that means to embrace your nervousness and to use it as a power instead of a hindrance. Utilize it, channel it, work through it, work in it, with it, and through it. It's in essence, it's encompassing it. It's not ignoring it. It's encompassing it and working with it. Actually, it's channeling it. So first of all, embrace your acquisitive nature, okay? You're questioning things. In itself, that's not a bad thing, okay? To ask why or what if. In itself, as long as it's not carried to the extreme. It would really help to have an agenda, like know what you need to work on at the given time. So then you know where to put your time and your energy. So that means, what I feel that means is making time out, if you will, giving ourselves a time out. It's not only for the youngins, where we need to relax, chillax, meditate, just be, spend some time with ourselves, unplug, shut off the mobile phone, heaven forbid. Give yourself, whatever it is, 15 minutes, 30 minutes, an hour, whatever you can afford time-wise, to recharge. Be with yourself, hear yourself think, depending on what your situation is. Even if you fell asleep to a meditation, which I do every night, that's your time, okay? If that's a possibility. And then devoting time to your growth and evolution, whether that be spirituality or whether that be creativity, whatever you're feeling that you are being gravitated towards that's drawing you in, then that's where you investigate. And for some people, doing research and development is very relaxing. Great. It doesn't mean you have to actually do nothing. It's like it's choosing something that's going to put you in a Zen-like mode. That's going to give you a calming influence and effect. Okay? So it's actually harnessing and utilizing that nervous energy and channeling it, quite frankly. So we also have the male epitome of the element of fire, so that's the channeling, the recognizing that energy everything is recognizing that everything is energy. And remember, where we place our mind is where our mind goes, where our focus goes, our time goes, our energy goes, is what we end up creating. The good, the bad, the wise, and the wicked. Because if we're focusing on the negative, we're going to attract the negative. You're going to have to believe me on this, okay? Been there, done that. Not worth it. Going from a professional worrier with a paycheck, without a paycheck, to a professional worrier with a paycheck. Because if I'm going to worry, I might as well make money at the same time, okay? See where I'm going? All right. All right. Hope you enjoyed, resonated, benefited from this channeled message. Would you please like, share, subscribe if you did? Subscribe to our e-newsletter. There's tons of member perks for those who do. Subscribe to our YouTube channel. Go to your donate, have a psychic reading session with myself and my guides. Go to your zodiac sign link on the website for additional content updated on a weekly basis, and we hope to see you real soon in another video. Thanks for tuning in. All right, now let's move on to if you chose number 2 or the element of fire. How can you be in the moment? Anything to help us with being in the moment? Where all the magic happens, not complicating our lives, enjoying our lives more, simple pleasures. I did not choose a card for Spirit. All right, I'm going to have to get back to that. Let me do this first. Element of fire. All right, so this is the card that they want to choose for if you chose number 1 or Spirit. It is their interpretation of the 4 of Wands. All right, make a note of that. And I will actually, if you go on your zodiac sign link, on the website, I'm actually going to take a photo of the 5 cards that are chosen and place it there if you want to choose from the actual tarot card. All right. Got to say that introduction. All right. Now, if you chose number... put it in the wrong position. If you chose number 2 or the element of fire. Okay. So this is being in the moment, simple pleasures, not making life so complicated. All right, this is basically harnessing your power, your birthright. Everyone has the power to be, the ability to be a co-creator with Spirit, with the universe. Okay? With the cosmos. We have like a mini universe within our heart, our soul, energetically connected, all connected, okay? We have this is a very dynamic read, actually. We have so, you know, I think that was a term in one of the Spider-Man movies, with power comes responsibility. Well, here we are, okay? We have the power, what are we going to do with it? Are we going to waste it? Or are we going to benefit? We can benefit ourselves, but are we going to benefit those around us as well? You don't have to benefit the larger picture if you don't want to. That would only be if you feel that you have a soul mission and you're here to assist either the planet, the animal companions, or the adults, or the children, or the people, whatever. If that is the case, go on your zodiac sign link on the website and view the video Introduction Spiritual Family, okay? If that's the case, or if that's calling out to you. I mean, there is that option here to let's put it this way. There is the option for you to hear the call of why you are here. life purpose, soul purpose, which I feel we all have. Definitely, we're all here for a reason. And this is acknowledging, this is acknowledging, consciously acknowledging, so in your waking state, right? Why you are here and how you're going to implement that energy. Now, just keep in mind that it should harm none in the process. So that means you're working out of love, not hate, which is the opposite, or fear, which is the opposite of love. Okay? Hate, anger, fear is the opposite of love. Okay? Make love your goal. That was that song from The Power of Love. That was the Psychic Insight, or the Psychic Theme Healing song for the Cancer New Moon Solar Eclipse of July 12, 2018. All right. Well, actually, since that's coming up, go on your zodiac sign link, and I have that song on there. The Power of Love by Frankie Goes to Hollywood. It was the 80s. But it's a great song. It's a beautiful song. All right, so harnessing who you are, being a co-creator with spirit, with the universe. We have the male epitome of the element of air, so that's why I said acknowledging this consciously in your waking state. We have the energy that is part of the zodiac year. So I was going to look at something. Zodiac year 2018. That video is on your zodiac sign link on the website. And for the month of June 2018. Though that would have been, I think that would have been maybe zodiac Cancer. That video is also, zodiac Cancer, which is June 21st to, I think, July 21st. That's also be able to view that on zodiac sign link on the website. And I have timestamp under the longer videos, just like I have for this, so no worries. So if you want to check out just one section. And there's also the energy of your path of contributing, but if we honestly do what's best for ourselves, without being selfish, it ends up being what's best for those around us. They might not see it at the time, that's okay. And then it's like a trickle effect. And it is benefit. There's the energy of beneficial. Yes, benefit. It's the art of allowing, of giving and receiving. Both, not just one or the other. So check in to see, since that came up, check in to see, usually we're better at either giving or receiving. Check in where you are with that, okay? It's getting in alignment with that because you're selling yourself short and you're blocking, in essence, you're blocking the flow of creating, okay? Which includes manifesting, attracting. Anything. So this is really getting down to it in why am I here? What am I doing? Why am I doing it? What's my intent? Is my intent love? Or is it based out of, been there, I'm not judging, is it based out of fear? Fear is lack, okay? I know, all this is easier said than done, but this is why I meditate. This is why I meditate. So acknowledging your power, stepping into your power, your truth, and then what are you going to do about it? So once again, this is not taking the stance of completely vegetating. This is taking action, interestingly enough, based on all that other information and the answers that you receive. Any assistance, you can always see me for a personal read. All right, so before I forget, what card do you want to show? All right, they want to show the Two of Pentacles. All right. All right. Very nice. And as I forgot to say in the introduction, let me write that down. What I forgot to say in the introduction is that I'm going to take a photo of the 5 cards that are chosen, and it'll be on the zodiac sign link. All right, I feel complete about that. So if you enjoyed, resonated, benefited from this channeled message, would you please like, share, subscribe? It's greatly appreciated. To those who do, thank you. Subscribe to our e-newsletter list, tons of member perks. Subscribe to our YouTube channel, donate, have a psychic reading session with myself and my guides. Go to your zodiac sign link for additional material, as I already stated, updated on a weekly basis. And we hope to see you real soon in another video. Take care. All right. Now, for those who chose number 3 or the element of water. Assistance with being in the moment. Uh-oh. Alright, since it's one card, beautiful. One card, that's going to be kept. Alright, so assistance with being in the moment. No, I'm thinking I should just choose that as the card to be chosen for this. So, being in the moment, simple pleasures, not making our life so complicated, assistance with that. For number 3, if you chose number 3, or the element of water. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Alright, we're just going to show this card, the one that popped out. It is the Knight of Cups. I'm going to put that there. Alright. Alright, so, very much the essence of water. We have the beginning stages of the element of water, which can be news of love. Actually, there's a lot of water here, which is very nice. We have 3 out of 7 cards, energies of that pertain to the element of water. Normally it would be 6, but the one that popped out. So we have 7 cards, energies. So we have the beginning stages. So the element of water is love, passion, creativity, spirituality. Heart and soul connected, and self-love. Okay, I'm getting that big time. It is time to surrender to the BS, bullcrap, bullshit from energy that others put on us. Okay, so, and this starts in the formative years. So that brings us back to, some of you may want to do some work with your inner child, to heal your inner child, or to unshackle your inner child, because sometimes people are, their intent is pure and sometimes it's not. And, you know, sometimes adults with children are just repeating their own unhealthy patterns. They might not even recognize it as unhealthy. They're just on automatic pilot. It's sort of like a zombie. Not very much unlike a zombie, come to think about it. Energetically, anyway. Even though their intent might not be to harm, but though it does happen. But this is surrendering to the love that we are here, that we are born into. And if your parental situation was not the best, then you were born out of love of the universe, of the cosmos, okay? Because we all have many universe, cosmos within. Okay? Heart and soul. Energetically connected. All right. So we have the beginning stages of love. We do have, I'm channeling. We do have the energy that I attribute to the inner child. So it's definitely the inner child. I was doing that I was channeling. And then we have the energy of thoughts of love and affection. So this is all with ourselves. Me, myself, and I. Or three of me in the mirror, or three of you in the mirror. Loving yourself. Truly loving yourself, warts and all. Meaning, just as you look. Okay? You want to make improvements? Fine. Who doesn't? But right at the very moment. Okay? That's self-acceptance. That's self-love. That's self-worth. That's self-esteem. That's self-confidence. That's what it all affects. Okay. We do have the energy of the minor arcana energy of the arts, which, let me write down that I chose that card, or they chose that card, so I don't forget. We have the minor arcana energy for the arts, which I automatically think of a museum. So if that feels proper, you might want to actually get out and about and visit a museum. Okay? Local museum, or in the not too distant future, a museum that you've always wanted to visit, or if you know you're going to be traveling, to make time to visit a museum that's going to be in that area. Or check out, if you have travel plans, because we're coming up on, well, vacation time for many, wherever you're going to be, see if there's, do research, development, if there's a museum. I always feel it gives us hope and inspiration. Definitely inspiration. That spark divinity within us all. It's creation. But you also can go online, do research development, do a virtual tour to help you choose. All right. But that's really to bring us back to bring us into creation mode. So it's basically releasing the energy that others put onto us and us expressing our true nature. Okay? We also have the energy of the student of life. So with the knowledge that we are ever growing and evolving, hopefully. So it is taking a childlike approach, which is very different from childish. Okay? Childlike approach is seeing things through the eyes of a child. Okay? You know, a lot of books or films do through the eyes of a character. I find that fascinating, if the character is interesting, of course. And then we do have the energy of creation. It's creating. So what do you want to create? So once again, there is an activity that is, so far, there is an activity that is suggested for us to do. And this is being a creator. What are you going to create? What do you have a love for? What do you have a passion for? That's what you create. Whether it derives you finances or not does not matter. Okay? Okay. Of course, eventually you're going to want to be in alignment where you can make money doing that. Because then, boy, then the world is your oyster. Then that is pure joy, as far as I'm concerned. All right. All right, I'm going to leave it at that. Okay, I showed you the card. Great. So, if you've enjoyed, resonated, benefited from this channeled message, would you please like, share, subscribe? It's greatly appreciated to those who do. Subscribe to our e-newsletter list, tons of member perks. Subscribe to a YouTube channel. Donate, have a psychic reading session. with myself and my guides, go to your zodiac sign link on the website for additional content, updated on a weekly basis, and we hope to see you real soon in another video. Take care. Thanks for tuning in. All right. Now, for those who chose number 4, or the element of earth. Assistance with being in the moment, simple pleasures, not complicating our lives, okay. I'm going to put that back, but there was one card popping up. Just didn't come out, but I wanted to make a note of it. Okay. All right. Interestingly enough, that card that just kind of like slid up and it didn't pop out, but I did take a look at it. It didn't come up in the read, but it's worth a mention. It's actually the energy that this video is based around, which is being in the moment, going with the flow. It's where all the magic happens. Truly being present. Truly being present. We all know people, and I've done it myself, where they're out and about, but their mind is somewhere else. They're not truly present. And they are going to miss out. Also, when we go into worry, because the energy of this comes up, worry, fear, anxiety, and perhaps a social situation. I know of this being, having a lot of Virgo in my chart. I know of this. Being too much in my head. It puts a crimp on your social style, totally. And also in your love life, because that comes up here as well. All right. Now, this is the energy read of being your own best friend. Loving yourself. Loving your body. Okay? There might be things you want to change. Diet, exercise, fine. But loving yourself just as you are, regardless of your size, of your age, of your condition. Loving it all. And then you can make changes from there. Much easier. Then you can heal much easier. It's not really a surrender, it's an acceptance that, okay, this is the situation, but I'm going to do something about it. As opposed to running from it, I know it's easier said than done, running from it and fearing it, because it's just like if we were to have a major problem and we were to move and relocate, trust me, that major problem is going to remanifest wherever we go, because energy follows energy. It's going to follow us. Okay? That's one example. All right. So this is all about dealing with things that bind us, control us. And we're not even talking about other people. We're talking about all within ourselves, me, myself, and I, all three of us in the mirror. Okay? The stuff that we put onto ourselves, the fear, the worry, the stress, the anxiety. Holy crap. All right. It is basically an inferiority complex. That's what it's coming from. Okay. It's fear that we are not good enough or worthy. Well, that's to that, okay? We're not really supposed to be, this is always easier said than done, but we're not really supposed to be in competition with anyone. If we, whatever we are doing, creating, put our personal, unique stamp on it, our unique voice, our unique personality, way of doing things, that is good enough. I think there was what was the name of that? Good Enough, Pig. What was the name of that movie? I forget the name of the movie, but that was a famous line. That's how it ended. But it's being good enough, which is wonderful. Wonderbar. Fabu. Absolutely fabulous. Okay? Ab-fab. Absolutely fabulous. All right. That was a fun comedy show. All right. Are we focusing on what we have or what we don't have? Yeah. Doing research on attracting finances and attracting wealth, we have to sidetrack ourselves with concentrating on good things that we have in our life because it puts us out of fear, worry, and stress. I realize it's easier said than done, but meditation really should be a daily practice, okay? It's not something you just do here and you do there. It's a daily conditioning, loving form of brainwash so we can be co-creators with the universe. But to what we want, create what we want, attract what we want, manifest what we want, not what we don't want. Not the exact opposite of what we fear, worry, or stress about. And this is deep subconscious. Okay, this is deep in the subconscious. So you may be aware of this, you may not be aware of this. If you pay attention to your dreams, if you do any type of dream work, if you do any type of, I think it's called lucid dreaming, then you would be aware. Even meditating, because this is purely on a subconscious level. This is how others, when it comes to relationships, how others treated us, and maybe we thought we were not worthy of better or more. Okay? Can I have some more, sir? That's Oliver. The crumbs. No more accepting crumbs. Okay? What type of relationship, of course, we have to start with ourselves, but what type of relationship do we truly want? And do we feel that we are worthy of it? I hope so. Okay? But unbinding ourselves of the vices. Clearing ourselves, stripping ourselves of the fear, the worry, the stress, the anxiety. How I personally do that is I go through it. I don't ignore it. I go through it. I acknowledge it, embrace it, and work through it so it doesn't stop me. So I utilize it, channel it, as opposed to running away from it, because then it follows you. Okay? So, how we treat ourselves, how we accept ourselves, ends up how others treat and accept us. All right? All right. It's all right. It's all right. So, in essence, get on your path. Get on your path. Do what you love. Connect with your subconscious. You can do dream work. You can meditate. Whatever feels proper. Acknowledge your faults. We all have them, including myself. Step in your truth. You don't have to admit them to anyone but yourself. Okay? And then there is empowerment, and then change is much more easier. I was going to say readable. Much more easier to attain, and much quicker actually as well. All right. So that's the channeled message for if you chose number 4 or the element of earth. What do you want to show? Okay, I want to show this. Make a note of it. This is their interpretation of the Hermit. Very nice. All right. What I forgot to say in the introductions, I'm going to take a photo of the 5 cards that are chosen, tarot cards that are chosen, and place that on the website. Just go to your zodiac sign link. All right, so if you've enjoyed, resonated, benefited from this channeled message, would you please like, share, subscribe? It's greatly appreciated. To those who do, subscribe to our e-newsletter list, tons of member perks, subscribe to our YouTube channel, donate, have a psychic reading session, myself and my guides. Definitely go to your zodiac sign link for additional content updated on a weekly basis, and we hope to see you real soon in another video. Take care. All right, then last but not least, those who chose number 5 or the element of air. Guidance, advice for, okay, make a note of that. Okay. Guidance, advice for being in the moment, not making our lives or ourselves or the process so complicated. Element of air. Oh, they want to show that card. All right. Interesting. Okay. They want to show this card. Let me make a note of it. This is the card that they want to show. This is their interpretation, which is very nice. Their interpretation of the Chariot. Interesting. All right. Now, that card that kind of like popped out, I didn't put it aside, but I did take note of it. That card actually came out. So let's start there. That's the energy of thoughts of business, or it can be actual business. But in this instance, it's definitely meaning big picture, big picture, bird's eye view, removing the emotions from an equation. So you can look at the big picture, the bird's eye view. Okay? Act. What you truly want and desire. We also receive the wish energy. Okay? Very interesting. So let me read that first. So that want to desire energy is part of the zodiac year. Zodiac year 2018 energy. So that video is actually on the website. Go to your zodiac sign link, and there's timestamp underneath it. So if you want to check out just that one section, the year starts technically on April 15th, 2018 with the Aries new moon. Okay. So it's pulling back. Okay, taking something that we truly want and desire, heart and soul, energetically connected, and we ask ourselves, we look at the meaning of it, we look at the intent of it. We look at the intent of it. Is it coming from love or is it coming from fear? Do we want something out of love or do we want something out of fear? Fear is attributed to anger, worry, stress, anxiety. It's all connected. It's all connected to fear. No judgment. It's not like I don't experience it. All right. Then we have the female epitome of the element of earth. Okay? That's the energy of substance. Then we have the energy of being, in this case, I'm feeling it's being in alignment on our path, which is basically knowing what we're doing and why we're doing it. So it's having a goal. It's having not just acting out of, not acting without a purpose. So instead of reacting out of fear, it's reacting out of love. Okay? And a lot of people unfortunately operate out of fear or lack. And they unfortunately only end up attracting the exact same thing. I know this all too well. So the other energy is problems. And here the problem is the mindset. Okay, and here we are. We chose the element of air, or number 5, but the element of air has to do with the mindset. It's all about the mindset. And the mind, really does play a role. Mostly the subconscious rules us, but in our waking state, it has to do with our inner dialogue. And that is the response, the automatic response that we get. So let's say someone has success. Are we envious? Are we jealous? Or are we happy for their success? It's best to be happy for their success so we can attract success ourselves. Because if there is, it's not like I haven't been there, if there is envious or anger over it, that's going to block us from creating our own success, own type or version of success, of our, ultimately of our making, but ultimately of what we truly want and desire. Okay, that's what I wanted to get out. All right. So I'm feeling alignment, getting on your path, having a purpose, okay? I do feel that we all have a life purpose, a soul purpose, a reason, a rhyme to be here. Whether you believe in reincarnation or not, still holds, as far as I'm concerned, still holds true. So that means with other people, really recognize and realize where they are coming from. A lot of people, this is what I've recognized in doing this type of work for quite a few moons. I started back in the mid-'80s. Okay? Been doing this for a little bit. This time around, this lifetime. So a lot of people are just regurgitating their childhood, and they don't even realize it. Their past. They're acting like an injured animal. And we're not, sometimes it's intentional, and most of the time it's not. They're just regurgitating. They're just on an automatic pilot, and they don't even realize it. And that's what they're spitting out to us. So a lot of the haters and the blockers and the naysayers on the internet are frustrated people, basically. Just saying, okay? So, not really to pay that much attention to it and not to absorb it is the energy that I'm getting here for us to say here. And that would be taking the big picture, bird's eye view, really realizing and seeing where they are coming from. Now, you might want to take the time and energy. If there's someone that's you felt has done, whether it's real or not, doesn't matter. If you felt they've done you wrong or harm and you're still holding on to that, that's blocking you, okay? That would be where you do an examination. You don't even have to, contact them. They don't even have to, they could have passed over. It makes no difference. Some people hold on to stuff for many, 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 many moons, let alone years, okay? Okay. Sometimes a lifetime, okay? And imagine, their life is dictated by that, okay? All right. It's all life lesson, I get it, but I say let's be co-creators with spirit, universe, and let's get down to business of why we're here. Let's get busy. That's my tagline says, right? So some people are frustrated because they cannot create, manifest, attract. That is of their own making. I know it sounds harsh, but it's of their own making, of their thinking process. Okay? So you know the saying, what we think is what we become. Here we are. So you get on your path, you acknowledge what you truly want and desire, that you are worthy, and you get busy. So what I'm finding is that we're not being told just to like go into nirvana, go to the top of a mountain and go into nirvana. I mean, you can if you want. Please take a photo for me if you do. But no, we're told to get busy, quite frankly. Sometimes we need to slow our pace, slow our roll. Sometimes we need to walk instead of run and enjoy the scenery. Imagine the concept, right? Like Ferdinand the Bull stopped to smell the roses or the flowers. All right, I feel complete about that. All right, I showed you the card. Yep, okay. So, if you benefited, enjoyed, resonated from this channeled message, would you please like, share, subscribe? It's greatly appreciated. Thanks to those who do. Subscribe to our e-newsletter, tons of member perks. Subscribe to our YouTube channel, donate, have a psychic reading session with myself and my guides. Definitely go to your zodiac sign link on the website for additional content updated on a weekly basis. And we hope to see you real soon in another video. Thanks for tuning in and watching. Take care. All right, so there's not really much to say in the closing, so we're just going to close. And we're just going to say, until next time we connect, you be well and take care. Thanks.